What's up, you guys? It's Jonno! Today I want to talk a little bit about Pokemon Go fake news. Now, fake news is a term that's been getting a lot of airtime recently. Everybody's saying fake news. The president is saying fake news. People are calling the president fake news. I mean, like, everybody's saying fake news. So it's gotten to this point where I'm like, well, is there any more fake news out there? And I was like, wait, there is more fake news. Pokemon Go has a lot of fake news. So I thought I would talk about this for just a second. Now, I'm not mad at Slashgear or anything like that. If I was in Slashgear's position, I would have done the exact same thing that they did, but they did produce some fake news. So obviously today is Valentine's Day and there is no Espeon Umbreon event. I had even did a video about this article because I was like, these guys are reputable. They are definitely gonna be reporting on an article that is gonna be true. You know, I was like, all right, guys, get ready for it. Start saving your Eevee candies. I kind of did the same thing that Nick did on Trainer Tips back in like November or December. He was like, save your Eevee candies because it's coming. So here we go. It says right here, our anonymous source. Let's see if I can get my keyboard to work. Our anonymous source says that there will be a Valentine's Day event about love and a couple of well-known Pokemon are going to be coming. Now, they don't exactly say Eevee is coming right here in this paragraph. If you reread it, it doesn't say our well-known source with information or our anonymous source with information tells us that Eevee is coming. It just says that there's going to be an exciting event all about love, but then they go and talk about all this Eevee, Espeon, Umbreon stuff right afterwards. So it was kind of leading you to believe that, even though they didn't specifically say there's going to be an Espeon, Umbreon event, which is actually what I said in response to this article. So it's just kind of interesting. I think that there's a lot of fake news out there, and I wanted to ask you guys, do you guys consider this fake news, or do you think it's just clickbait, or is it just not even any of those things and they, you know, got their, I mean, it basically was true. It says there will be an event that focuses around love, and then they just talk about Eevee and Espeon and Umbreon, and they obviously, you know, Photoshop the picture here, but it doesn't say specifically that the event is going to be about Espeon Umbreon. It says it will be a Valentine's Day of exciting event for Pokemon Go and for children, all about friendship. So I mean, it's not specific here. So I'm just wondering, do you guys think this is fake news? Is this Pokemon Go fake news, or is this something different than fake news? And it's just, you know, regular old people reporting. I mean, I'm sure that they did have a source that said that there would be a Valentine's Day event. I think anybody probably could have guessed that too. But then they go on to talk all about this whole Espeon Umbreon connection. So I just kind of thought that they were saying that their source was saying that there was Espeon Umbreon event coming, but it doesn't actually say that here in this article. So kind of interesting. But I did want to talk about Pokemon Go fake news. Do you guys think that's fake news? And then my second thing I wanted to talk about is, why has everybody been talking about Generation 2 for so long? I was going back in some of the Google records and just searching for like the earliest reference I could find to Pokemon Generation 2 predictions, and it was literally at the end of July. So Pokemon Go came out in July. My start date is July 6th of 2016. So July, here, let's go look at my profile real quick. So there you go, July 6th, and literally like July 29th, people were already talking about Generation 2 and when is Generation 2 going to come out. So it's kind of like, why have people been talking about Generation 2 for so long? It's almost like everybody wants to jump the shark. You know, they want to be first to talk about the Generation 2 is coming, and there's all this buzz around it, but it's actually kind of ruined some of the enthusiasm around Pokemon Go in general, because everybody just keeps thinking Gen 2 is coming, and it's not, and it would be a poor business decision to launch all the Pokemon at once when they could just, you know, launch them little by little, sort of like how Clash Royale does with their cards. Clash Royale probably knows all the cards that they're going to release for the next year, but they only release 4 at a time on a regular schedule, just like Pokemon Go is probably going to release a small amount of Pokemon on a regular schedule. I was kind of surprised that there was no release of Pokemon on this event. I really thought there was going to be a release. I was pretty sure. I mean, I guess they still have time to do it after the event, but it's kind of like, really? No release of Pokemon? But again, I'm kind of a victim of that whole conversation where people have been saying Generation 2 is coming for so long that I just think it's coming now, but it really might not be coming, or it really isn't coming, and so far it hasn't come. And I think that for Christmas they just gave us a couple of baby Pokemon just so that people would stop talking about it for a little while, even though it didn't make us stop talking about it. It just makes us think that they're coming more now. But yeah, I wanted to talk about that subject, fake news, and also why have people been saying Pokemon Go Generation 2 is coming for so long, and it really might not be coming for a while. So yeah, that's my quick little video. Pokemon Go fake news. What do you guys think? Is it fake news? And I don't know. I'm not mad at anybody. This is not a video where I say I'm mad at all these people. I'm just curious what you guys think. I'm starting to wonder how I think about it too. Fake news is a brand new term that really hasn't been out there for very long. So I'm curious to hear what everybody thinks. Is it fake news? Is it not fake news? I don't really know. I'm curious. So thanks everybody for watching my video. Thanks to all my awesome subscribers. And I hope Gen 2 comes out. That's all I got to say. All right, thanks everybody. Peace.